one contraction and one relaxation, and one relaxation of all the chambers of heart represents one cardiac cycle. Okay, contraction is called as systole and relaxation of heart muscles is called as diastole. Systole occurs separately for auricles and ventricles. Auricular systole is contraction of auricles. Ventricular systole is contraction of ventricles. Afterwards, diastole occurs common for auricles and ventricles, which is called as auriculoventricular diastole. Okay, so these are the three phases that are present in a cardiac cycle. Okay, cardiac cycle includes two events, one contraction, one relaxation, but they are divided into three phases: auricular systole, ventricular systole, and auriculoventricular diastole. Okay, so let us assume a state in which all the chambers of heart are relaxed. All the chambers are relaxed. At that time, all body parts, the blood from all body parts, enter into right auricle through superior and inferior vena cava, and blood from lungs enters into left auricle through pulmonary veins. Okay, into left auricle. These two events occurs simultaneously. You can say that both auricles are filling, both auricles fill simultaneously. Simultaneously means at once. Why? See, for each cardiac cycle, only 70 ml of blood is passing through the heart. That means the previously cycled 70 ml has already passed the right auricle, right ventricle, and reached lungs. So 170 ml is waiting at lungs. Another 70 ml from body parts is waiting. Both will enter into auricles at once. Okay. So both these will fill at once, both auricles, which are called as receiving chambers, receive the blood at once. At that time, auriculoventricular septum has two apertures. These apertures have valves, tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve. They are open. Why they are open? I'll say you. This is the upper chamber and the valves are like this. So when you exert pressure, they are ready to take. If the pressure is exerted from this side, this valve will close like this. But if pressure is exerted from this side, it's opening. Sorry. So if pressure is exerted from this side, they'll open like this. But if pressure is exerted from this side, it will close like this. So since blood is present on the upper chamber, here the blood is present. So what happens? Both the valves will open and allow the blood into lower chambers. Okay. So in this case, when both auricles are filling, this tricuspid valve is open, bicuspid valve is open. Simultaneously, 70 ml of 70% of blood that entered auricles enters ventricles also, because there is nothing to stop. At that time, here there is sinoauricular node, it produces impulses. As a result, both the auricles will contract. Both the auricles will contract. and the remaining 30% of blood that is left back in auricles will also enter into ventricles because of the force that is caused due to muscular contraction. Tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve are open and entire blood that is present in auricles will enter into ventricles. Okay. So with this, the first phase that is called as auricular systole completes. Auricular systole, that means auricular contraction completes. By the time auricular systole is completed, the blood is completely drained into ventricles. These ventricles are filled with blood at that time. So what happens? The pressure that pushes this valves closes these both valves. The both valves will close like this. As a result, valves will close and both tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve closes. And this is the situation when the first sound of heartbeat called lub is heard. Okay. When both tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve closes, the first sound of heartbeat, that is lub, is heard. Okay. When this sound is occurring, at that time blood is present in both the ventricles. Now, the sino-auricular node already started nerve impulse. It reaches this second nodal tissue, which is called as auriculoventricular node. When it receives the nerve impulse, immediately it conducts into his bundle and Purkinje fibers. What will happen? All ventricles will contract at once. Okay. This is the second phase, that is ventricular systole. Ventricular systole. After the ventricular systole has occurred, these valves are closed, so there is no backflow. There is no backflow of blood from ventricles to auricles. The only way that blood can go is from right ventricle into pulmonary arteries and left ventricle into aorta. So blood moves forward from right ventricle to pulmonary artery and from left ventricle into aorta. When the blood enters into these blood vessels, the valves that are present at the beginning of this, which are called as semilunar valves. Semilunar valves. What are semilunar valves? Pulmonary valve, and systemic valve. Systemic valve. Okay, pulmonary valve is at the beginning of pulmonary artery and systemic valve is at the beginning of aorta. Both of them will close. Okay, both of them will close. As a result, the second sound of heart, that is dub, is heard. Okay, when these two valves close, pulmonary valve and systemic valve close, the sound dub is heard and blood enters into pulmonary artery as well as aorta. Okay, why do these valves close? To prevent the backflow of blood. Okay, so what is maintained here is always blood tries to move forward. Blood is not trying to move backward from auricles to ventricles, ventricles to arteries. Blood is not allowed to move backward because of presence of these valves. Okay, with this cardiac cycle completes and both auricles and ventricles come to a relaxed position, and that phase is called as auriculoventricular diastole. And as a result of this, the refilling of auricles and ventricles will start. So, now let us sum up. What are the three phases of cardiac cycle? Auricular systole. Second one, ventricular systole. Third one, auriculoventricular diastole. What happens in auricular systole? Auricles contract. What happens to blood? Blood moves from auricles to ventricles. What happens to valves? Tricuspid valve and bicuspid valve closes. What is the sound that is heard? Lub sound. What happens in ventricular systole? Ventricles contract. Blood moves from ventricles to arteries, pulmonary artery and aorta. Which valves will close here? Pulmonary valve and systemic valve closes. What happens what is the sound that is heard? Dub sound is heard. What happens in auriculoventricular systoles? Four chambers relax. What happens to blood? Blood again starts filling. Starts filling auricles and from auricles to ventricles. What happens to these all valves? All the valves will open. All the valves open. Okay? And the cycle begins. Again the cycle repeats. These entire events are called as cardiac cycle. How many times this cardiac cycle occurs per minute? Cardiac cycle occurs 72 times per minute. You can count it also. Set your timer for 1 minute and check your heartbeat. If your heart beats, approximately it should be somewhere between some 70 to 72, 75, something like that. Okay? But if an athlete will have it more than 90 times. Okay? If you have done something hard work, then also it increases. Okay? Normal heartbeat is 72 times per minute. For each cardiac cycle, 70 ml of blood passes through the heart, and this 70 ml is called as stroke volume. Stroke volume. Okay. So if 70 ml of blood passes 72 times per heart, then what is the amount of blood that passes heart per minute? Approximately 5040, I think so, ml. So total blood, our body has 5 liters of blood. Total blood is purified in 1 minute in the heart. Okay, when cardiac cycle continues for 1 minute, the total blood that is present in our heart gets purified. Is it clear? So this is cardiac cycle. Very important question, children. So, for all organisms, do all organisms have this mechanism in which blood reaches heart once and after that it reaches lungs and then it reaches the heart? So, this type of circulation is called as double circuit circulation. Double circuit circulation. Why it is called as double circuit circulation? From all body parts, blood enters into heart. From heart, blood enters to lungs. From lungs, it reaches back to heart. And from heart, it reaches to body parts. There are two circuits in this. So, this type of circulation where there are two circuits is called as double circuit circulation. Double, this is one circuit, this is one circuit. This circuit between heart and lungs is called as pulmonary circuit. Pulmonary means heart. It's related to heart, lungs. So that's why it is called as pulmonary circuit. Between heart and body parts, it is called as systemic circuit or systemic circulation. Okay. Systemic circulation is also called as greater circulation. Greater circulation. And pulmonary circuit is also called as lesser circulation because only to lungs, it's not going to distant parts. Okay, but all organisms do not have this type of mechanism. All organisms do not have double circuit circulation. If you take the circulation in fishes, circulation in fishes, fishes have a double chambered heart, one auricles and one ventricles. Auricles receive the blood from all parts of body. Ventricles pump the blood from all the parts of body. And from ventricles, blood reaches all the body parts, including gills. At gills, there are blood capillaries. Very thin blood vessels are present. So this is the location of gills, and then purified blood reaches heart. Okay. So this is the location of gills. It is not reaching heart twice, only once. Blood reaches heart only once. Okay. These are auricles, these are ventricles, only one auricle, one ventricle, and blood reaches from ventricles to all parts of body including gills. Here oxygenation takes place. Deoxygenated blood is converted into oxygenated blood. Again it goes back to heart. What is the function of heart here? It pumps. It pumps to distant places. Okay, that is the only function of heart here. Okay. This type of circulation in which only one circuit is involved, only one circuit is involved, is called as single circuit circulation. Single circuit circulation, generally seen in fishes. Okay. Now, what is the difference between open circuit circulation and closed circuit circulation? In organisms like insects, blood does not flow in blood vessels. Blood flows from heart. If you take insect's body has cavities like this. Heart is present. Blood flows into open cavities. Okay, it is collected back into heart like this. Okay. So when blood flows in, this is the head region of the insect. Here there are wings. This is abdomen region. So when blood flows in open cavities, blood flows in open cavities, not in blood vessels, open cavities, called sinuses. Open body cavities are called as sinuses. Then it is called as open circuit circulation. Open circuit circulation. But in our body, blood flows in closed blood vessels. Okay? When blood flows in well defined blood vessels, then this type of circulation is called as closed circuit circulation. Closed circuit circulation. Example for this open circuit circulation is insects, mollusk. Closed circuit circulation, all the higher organisms from fishes, reptiles, amphibians, mammals, all this have closed circuit circulation. Okay.